Today, the postman has brought us the people's champion. None other than Mr. Stone Cold. No, it's The Rock. It's The Rock. This is the SH Figuarts Rock in his currently unopened state. Also released at the same time is Stone Cold himself, actually, which is right here. But I'm going to focus on The Rock, so let's dash this guy out of the way. To preface this video, I actually don't know much about wrestling. I occasionally used to dabble in watching it, not out of choice. So, you know, I'm going to get a lot of stuff wrong, so forgive me for that. So I'm not going to go too much detail on, you know, his moves and his personality and what kind of character he was. Let's just talk about the figure himself. And I like Dwayne Johnson, so that's kind of the reason why I got him. And everyone likes The Rock, I guess, as well. You know, he's an iconic piece of pop culture history. So this is just the outer box, very standard SHF affair. Normal jibber jabber text down below, promo shots, and the side just has his name, and then the official hologram sticker as well of WWE. I don't even know if it's actually called WWE or whatever it's called these days. So yeah, this is just a simple outer box. I'm going to take him out of the pack as well now, and let's go through what this guy is capable of. Can he lay the smackdown or not? Here he is, the people's champ, posing just for you outside of his box. He's with his default face, which is using the people's eyebrow, but he does come with alternate heads and alternate hands. These are his default again, but I'll go through the accessories right now, actually, before I get onto the articulation of the figure. So these are the accessories as a whole. He comes with multiple pairs of hands. The second set with the open clutch, the open palm hands or grip hands, those ones can be posed so they are closed, loose clutch, but the others are static. You can't articulate them in any way. The bottom pair you can insert the microphone into, or any other optional parts that you might have, like, I don't know, a chair or something, or poles or whatever this guy used to use in wrestling. And as for alternate heads, he comes with 3 of them, and for the most part it's pretty good. I like them. I think the likeness is pretty good on him. My favorite is probably, yeah, the middle one and the left one. My only issue with them is it almost looks like he has a mustache, and I find that's most noticeable on this yelling head, and possibly, well, in the box it was, but his people's eyebrow as well. Like, he has a little bit of a pencil mustache on his upper lip. That's where mustaches would be. It might just be my one. It could be all of them. I'm not 100% sure. But that's my only real issue with his face. Otherwise, I think it's pretty good. But let's move on to articulating the guy, seeing what he's capable of. The Rock wants to talk to you about articulation. So let's get to it. You might have noticed I've swapped his hands with his alternate versions and added the microphone in, but that doesn't really change the fact that we can talk about his articulation still anyway. So very quickly, his head movement looks up, looks down, very limited, but with the down movement, but using the neck, it adds a little bit of extra motion forwards. His shoulder is pretty good. It is a ball joint with a butterfly element, so you can bring it forward a bit as well. It's very standard. It's very typical of SHF figures. You're not really going to find anything new, in my opinion. I'm still relatively new to SHF in terms of using them, so maybe you will discover something new, maybe not. Elbow joints are double jointed as well, and then there is pivot on them, and then his wrists are very standard as well, the usual sort of motion that you can find included on all good figurines out there. His legs, you can pull down this at the hips as well, which is fairly common on most of the SHF figurines as well now. That gives you extended motion, extended range for his legs as well, which is pretty good, I think, anyway, for him, this guy. Remember, there is no clothing on this guy to hamper the movement, so he's pretty much got the full range that you'd expect from this. Knee joint, double knee joint as well. It goes fully backwards. Well, that's as far back as it goes. And then he also has the foot rotation and then the toe joint as well. In terms of detailing, oh sorry, we skipped the torso bit. His torso is okay. He can't lean, crunch forward too greatly, in my opinion. That's about as well. Okay, maybe he can. I just struggled with it all that time. Okay, so it's pretty good. Backwards, he's okay as well. Obviously, you don't want to go too much, then you'll get the gap involved as well. And then he has a lower stomach, hip area, whatever it is, movement as well. Interestingly, his hand fell off, but I'm going to carry on without his hand. Interestingly, there is an extra piece that drops down, so you don't get an ugly finish that might occur in, just above and just below the chest, his pecs. So that's pretty good in my opinion. You'll get the plumber ass crack on the back, but again, no nasty gaps, which I think is decent. I've not seen that in previous figurines, so correct me if I'm wrong, or if this is a new feature, or whatever it is. I think it's new. It's the first time I've seen it on anything. Normally the figurines I have, I know, like Captain America for example, he has the belt, so I guess that sort of avoids the necessarily adding something like that in. But it's cool. I like it. It really adds more to the detail, gives it a nicer finish overall. Now, continuing without his right hand, we'll go with the details. So he's got his tattoo on his right shoulder as well, and then The Rock painted on as well, or printed on his speedos, and then also the logo again on his butt. The padding is sculpted very slightly, as you can see. Let's turn his arm around. I mean, some bits are painted as well, I think. And then knee pad, similar treatment just to the elbow as well. And then his boots. So it's pretty basic all around. There's not, a lot to really talk about in terms of detail. He's not the most elaborate. He's basically a dude in his underwear. And, what else do you say about a guy in his underwear? So it's what you expect from SHF figures. If you like them, you're gonna like the motion on this guy. Your tolerance for the points of articulation and the overall cleanliness of the way he looks, whether it's too much joints for you or not, that's down to the individual. For me, it's okay. I like it. I was very hesitant after they revealed Triple H figurine. I wasn't sure these guys him would come out decently actually, but he turned out decently. I like him. I mentioned the pencil and mustache issue on my one. Hopefully it's not an issue on the others, and hopefully like your guys, your version will be much better as well. I like what's come out of it anyway. So overall, I would recommend it if you're a wrestling fan. If you like the guy, Dwayne Johnson as well, it's pretty cool. I would be very interested if they made a second version, not necessarily of The Rock, in his wrestling version, but still of Dwayne Johnson, when in his current day hench self. He's huge now in comparison to what he was back in the day. I'd be very interested to see that personally. So overall, I'd give it 2 thumbs up, or 1 thumbs up, whatever. Some thumbs up, I guess. You know what? He gives it. Oh gosh, I didn't put his hands on properly on either. He gives it no thumbs up. I'm okay with it. Thanks for watching anyway. If you want to see Stone Cold Steve Austin, the unboxing of that one as well, I will be happy to do that. Just leave a comment below if you want to see that. Peace out.